So, here's a little fun fact about Polar Knight.
Yeah.
My PvP build for the longest time.
Santa Claus
changing it now, but what?
Santa Claus?
No, it has nothing to do with Santa Claus. This fun fact. Anyways, this basically this is a map where, like back before the Oracle buff and stuff, this is the map where you would see like the proxy Void Ray builds a lot. And I have to say I've lost to so many proxy Void Rays on this map back when it was first released that I thumbs it down.
This is one of these maps
if the
where
PvT wasn't already hard enough. Anyways.
This is one of these maps where there is a lot of different angles you can come into the main via air. So it's very hard. Whoa, it's crazy.
Intensity.
Yeah, man. So far, they're just going for very typical Protoss openers.
Yeah.
Gateway gas builds.
Too early to really see what's going on. It's like, if a probe doesn't leave the main base immediately, and the gateway's built on 13, everything's... You can basically sit back.
This is pretty kosher
and relax
so far.
until after the cybernetics core.
So you said, so obviously New Hampshire, that whole area, 1 million people.
Yeah.
But not dense, right? There's not much population density, right?
Well, I mean, it's...
So now, were there still a lot of gamers in your area? Since we're talking about places where there's not as much to do but play games.
Not really. It was like people were more into sports, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Kansas City, they were really into sports, man.
Yeah, probably more so than where I'm from. But anyways, just saying, no good gamers there. Nothing to do either.
What's another place? Sweden's got a lot of good gamers.
Yeah, I think they're one of the...
Definitely.
Them and Korea just like take the cake for like population
I'm trying to think of
compared
what else.
to how many good gamers.
Germany's got a lot of good gamers.
That's true, but they have a really good infrastructure as well.
That's true.
And also, it is cold in Germany. It's quite cold.
True. What else is there? Is that about it? Singapore has got a good amount.
Well, everywhere is coming up now, but I guess the older days when it wasn't as cool.
We have to think about when gaming, was not as competitive gaming was not as mainstream and was viewed as weird. Poland, yep. Yeah. Poland had so many good StarCraft players
as well.
Do you remember how many good Polish StarCraft 1 players there were? That it made almost no sense.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. But they mostly played Protoss, so it didn't really count. All right, so Trap is going with a nice quick Stargate here. Over on Zest's side, he's going for the second gateway, and that's a pretty darn safe opener. It probably, yep, there we go. Grab that Twilight. And this should make him safe against this Stargate. And this is like one of the most common things that you see in this matchup is the Stargate player against the Twilight player.
Mm-hmm. That Oracle getting close to halfway done here. And because he's low on gas, he's going to crank out a few extra Zealots so he has some ground army here.
Third gate going up now for Zest. So he'll definitely be putting on some blink pressure coming up. And the Robo starts right away for Trap. And I actually quite like that. Because he's getting that Robo, he's not going to have to... He might end up making a Void Ray, but if you don't get a Robo quickly against Blink, then you're going to be like forced into Void Rays. They can contain the bottom of your ramp for a while, get their expansion quicker, and then you're like sitting around with this funny composition with like Zealot, Sentry, Void Ray, and it doesn't transition as well to the late game. So I'm liking what Trap has chosen to do here.
All right, we got the Mothership Core coming here to do just a little bit of harass.
Oh, and actually,
you know what?
Time warp.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Just anything to slow him down. That matters a lot in early game. BP, now it's going to have the Oracle coming here and begin to do some damage to these probes. But with his Stalkers there, it's going to drive that out pretty easily.
Yeah, and he didn't see that Twilight, but he sees 3 Stalkers and 3 gates, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what the tech is here, Tasteless. I don't think it's Colossus tech, and I don't think Trap thinks so either.
All right, he's going to get in here again. Oh, he's got to be careful, though. In fact, he might just lose. No, he's got one more hit left there.
Oh, and get right out. Better to just let that sit. And actually, a Void Ray is being made. I really like that he's choosing to make a Void Ray here. First off, he did see it was Blink. Second off, a Time Warp was used, which of course now does cost that 100 energy. So he can hunt down that Mothership Core very easily as well before it can get home. Now Blink finishing up. The thing is, he already used his Nexus Cannon once. Oh man, well that's not good. All right, well Zest looks like he got him this time, Tasteless. And, well, what are you going to do?
Yeah, so he's going for the Nexus over here. And just hitting.
Sorry about that. Disjointed me. Something actually just like blew up in front of us.
One of our lights in front of us
Our
just
brains
exploded.
turned off for a moment.
One of the studio lights just blew up in front of us.
Yeah,
Kind of messed with our commentary. Zest is now in here. And that's going to be a
We're not
GG.
good in an emergency.
Yeah.
Okay, so when next time you see us, it's going to be a little bit darker.
Yeah.
Also, there's glass in our faces.
Okay, so that was a nice play there by Zest. Sorry for our crappy commentary in the last 10 seconds. A studio light, one of the lights that lights us up when you see us on camera exploded.
Yeah.
And we were caught off guard by there.
The problem that happened here is, because it's kind of interesting, because I said I really did like the Robo, getting the Robo so quickly, but that means that he skipped making a Phoenix at all, or a Void Ray at all. Normally you don't just blindly follow with Void Ray, but anyways, because of that, he had to use the Nexus Cannon.
Yeah.
And because he had to use the Nexus Cannon in the main base, the very fast blink timing with all those chronos put into it hit before he had another Nexus Cannon, and he simply didn't have enough units. In fact, the fact that he committed that far down when his Oracle saw Chrono Boost on the Twilight with just like 2 Zealots and an Immortal or something like that, the fact that he did that is actually, that's kind of a big mistake from Trap. It's better just let your Nexus die. When you see 8 Stalkers, it's not like 2 Zealots and Immortal are going to chase him away, you know?
Yeah.
No one is that wimpy with Stalkers.
Our final map here for these two is going to be Frost. Now, the winner goes on to the winner's match here. The loser is not out of the group yet. The loser just has to win 2 more best of 3s after this to move on.
Yeah, and either of these guys do have the potential to do that. Like, Trap, I think what Leenock is hoping for right now is Trap wins here and gets out of here, because even though I think Zest overall is a better player and a scarier player, Trap has one of the scariest PBZs in the world, if you ask me. He's so sharp.
Good.
Like, you have to just be so damn good at holding 2 and 3 base all.
You got to be good at ad-libbing what's going to happen when.
Oh man.
I mean, he has got some very specific builds tailored to.
You have to be like
specific players.
You have to be a scientific artist to stop Trap. You just got to be maxed out on all your stats to stop his rushes.
Basically, have to be a blind man to beat
a blind man.
If you are a blind man,
yes,
you might be able to beat Trap.
Indeed, a blind man. I forgot that you used to say that.
Yeah,
like way back. It's so funny.
All right, game number 3 is ready.
Trap.